3 surprising cancer-causing foods that 90% of Americans consume every day. In recent years, cancer rates have risen dramatically, leaving many wondering what could be the cause. While cancer itself is a complex disease, certain everyday foods contribute to an increased risk, some in ways that may surprise you. From grilled meats to processed snacks, these commonly consumed items could potentially lead to cancer and other health complications. Charcoal grilled foods. Grilling food, particularly meat, over charcoal is a popular cooking method in many cultures. However, the process creates harmful compounds known as aromatic hydrocarbons, specifically polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAH, and heterocyclic amines, HCA. These substances have been linked to cancer, and studies have classified them as Group 1 carcinogens, meaning they are known to cause cancer in humans. Whether it's burgers, hot dogs, or even fish, the grilling process at high temperatures can significantly increase the formation of these harmful chemicals, making them a health risk when consumed regularly. Processed meats. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham are staples in many American diets, often added to breakfast plates, sandwiches, or salads. Unfortunately, these foods are not only high in fat and sodium but are also loaded with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which have been found to increase the risk of cancer. These substances can form carcinogenic compounds when they are digested by the body, contributing to the development of cancers, especially colorectal cancer. Donuts and fried foods. Many people love donuts, but they come with a hidden health risk. Donuts are typically fried in oils that contain trans fats, which are formed when unsaturated fats are artificially hydrogenated. These fats are harmful to the body and can increase the risk of not just cancer but also heart disease and diabetes. Donuts also often contain refined flour and sugar, which quickly spike blood glucose levels and can cause inflammation, further raising the risk of developing cancer. Other risky foods to watch out for. Excess salt. While salt is an essential part of our diet, too much of it can lead to serious health issues. High salt intake is linked to an increased risk of stomach cancer and other types of cancer. It can interfere with cell metabolism, cause cells to age prematurely, and even lead to cancerous cell growth. Many people unknowingly consume excessive amounts of salt, especially in processed foods, sauces, and condiments. Pickled and salted foods. Foods like pickles, salted meats, and fish are commonly consumed in various cultures but can also pose a cancer risk. The salt in these foods can alter cell function and promote the growth of cancerous cells. Moreover, certain types of salted foods, especially those that are improperly prepared, can contain dangerous molds or aflatoxins, which are known to cause liver cancer. Is bamboo salt really healthy? Bamboo salt, often touted as a healthier alternative to regular salt, is a traditional Korean product that's marketed as being free of heavy metals. However, the benefits of bamboo salt are debated. While some natural health practitioners suggest it is good for overall wellness, the majority of experts agree that there is little evidence to support its cancer-fighting properties. In fact, excessive use of any salt, even bamboo salt, can contribute to the same health problems associated with traditional salt, including high blood pressure and cancer risks. The rise in cancer cases is a wake-up call for many of us to reconsider our diets and make healthier choices. While it's impossible to completely eliminate risk factors, we can significantly reduce the chances of developing cancer by being mindful of what we eat. Avoiding overconsumption of processed meats, grilled foods, fried snacks, and foods high in salt is a good start. Additionally, opting for fresh, whole foods and cooking methods that preserve nutrients can go a long way in supporting our long-term health and well-being. Always remember that moderation is key, and making small, consistent changes to your eating habits can have a big impact on your overall health. Foods you didn't know could increase your cancer risk. The hidden dangers. When we think about cancer, we often associate it with smoking, environmental toxins, or a family history of the disease. However, the food we consume daily also plays a significant role in our health and cancer risk. Some foods, despite being widely regarded as healthy, may actually increase the likelihood of developing cancer over time. Let's take a closer look at a few foods that are commonly consumed in America, which may be contributing to this alarming rise in cancer rates. Milk. The silent risk. Milk has long been considered a staple of healthy diets, especially for children. It's often promoted for its calcium and vitamin D content, essential for bone health. However, recent studies are casting a shadow over milk's supposed health benefits. A pivotal study published in 1992 by Professor Colin Campbell from Cornell University found a direct link between dairy protein and cancer risk. The study revealed that the protein in milk could promote the growth of cancer cells. Furthermore, the modern dairy industry, with its heavy reliance on hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides to maximize milk production, is contributing to the problem. These chemicals, which are present in many commercially produced dairy products, can accumulate in the body and have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. Some even argue that yogurt, which is a fermented dairy product, might actually carry a higher cancer risk than regular milk due to its higher concentration of milk proteins. Farmed salmon. A cancer-linked fish. Salmon is a popular delicacy and often considered a healthy food due to its omega-3 fatty acids. However, the majority of salmon consumed today is farmed, not wild-caught. Farmed salmon are given antibiotics and other chemicals to prevent disease and to promote growth in crowded conditions. These chemicals, combined with artificial coloring agents used to enhance the fish's pink appearance, may contribute to cancer risk. The high levels of sulfur-based compounds found in farmed salmon are concerning, as they have been identified as potentially carcinogenic. While salmon is often marketed as a healthy food, the risks associated with farmed salmon are beginning to outweigh the benefits for many health experts. Opting for wild-caught salmon, whenever possible, may help reduce this risk. Processed foods and salt. A silent killer. Processed foods like bacon, sausages, and packaged snacks have long been linked to cancer, but many people are unaware of the extent to which they contribute to the problem. These foods are often packed with preservatives and high levels of sodium, which can interfere with normal cell function and lead to cancerous cell growth. Salt, in particular, is a major factor. While small amounts of salt are necessary for our health, excessive consumption can have serious consequences. High salt intake can lead to stomach cancer and other gastrointestinal issues by disrupting the digestive system. The salt in traditional sauces and pickled foods, common in many Asian diets, can also be a contributor to cancer risk. The hidden danger of white rice. While rice is a staple food in many countries, including the U.S., it's important to distinguish between white and brown rice. Brown rice, which retains its husk and bran, is rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber that are crucial for overall health. However, when rice is processed into white rice, much of the beneficial nutrients are removed, leaving behind a refined carbohydrate that can spike blood sugar levels and contribute to inflammation, a known cancer risk factor. The shift from brown to white rice in many diets has led to a loss of essential nutrients, increasing the risk of obesity, diabetes, and even cancer. Soy sauce and salt. A risk for stomach cancer. Soy sauce is a staple in many cuisines, especially in East Asia. However, Traditional soy sauces often contain high levels of salt, which, when consumed in large quantities, can interfere with cell metabolism and contribute to the development of stomach cancer. While soy sauce itself may not be the direct cause, the excessive salt intake from daily consumption of this condiment can increase cancer risks over time. The rise of cancer, a shift in diet cancer rates have increased dramatically over the past few decades, and experts believe that dietary changes are a major factor. Foods that were once considered healthy, like milk and processed meats, are now seen as contributing to the rise in cancer. The increase in meat and fish consumption, along with the growing popularity of dairy products, may be partially responsible for this trend. One study known as the China study, conducted by Professor Colin Campbell in the 1990s, highlighted the link between diet and cancer. The study compared the diets of people in rural China, where cancer rates were low, with those of people in more industrialized areas. The findings showed that diets high in animal protein were strongly associated with increased cancer rates. For example, the Philippines, which experienced a surge in cancer cases after World War II when peanuts were introduced as a staple food, demonstrated how dietary changes can impact health outcomes dramatically. Understanding early warning signs of cancer while the foods we eat can contribute to cancer risk, it's important to be aware of the early signs of the disease so we can detect it early. For instance, thyroid cancer, a lump or swelling in the neck, can indicate thyroid issues. Regular checkups are essential. Lung cancer, a persistent cough lasting more than a month, should be examined by a healthcare provider. Colon cancer, blood in the stool, diarrhea, or changes in stool shape could be early signs of colon cancer. Stomach cancer, persistent indigestion or digestive issues should be investigated. Breast cancer, a hard lump in the breast, is a red flag and should be checked immediately. A healthier future starts with smarter choices. While it's impossible to eliminate all risks associated with cancer, being mindful of what we eat can go a long way in reducing the likelihood of developing the disease. Avoiding excessive consumption of dairy, processed meats, farmed fish, and refined grains is an important step toward better health. Instead, opt for more plant-based foods, wild-caught fish, and minimally processed grains. Additionally, staying informed about early warning signs and undergoing regular health checkups can help catch cancer in its earliest stages, improving the chances of successful treatment. By making smarter food choices today, we can pave the way for a healthier, cancer-free future. Hidden dangers in everyday foods. How simple changes can reduce cancer risk. There are many harmful substances in our environment that can contribute to cancer, and some of them are present in the foods we consume every day. One such substance is aflatoxin, a toxic compound produced by fungi that grow on various crops, particularly grains and nuts. Aflatoxin is carried through the air and can contaminate food. While it's clear that aflatoxin is dangerous, what's puzzling is why only some people develop health issues after exposure, while others don't. The difference, it turns out, may lie in other factors, including diet. The role of milk in aflatoxin in cancer development. Professor Colin Campbell, in his groundbreaking research, found that milk may play a significant role in making people more susceptible to the harmful effects of aflatoxin. People who consume large amounts of milk may be more vulnerable to its cancer-promoting effects. This is because milk proteins act as promoters, enhancing the effects of carcinogens like aflatoxin. While aflatoxin itself is a carcinogen, its ability to cause cancer may be increased when combined with the proteins found in milk. Therefore, milk, though considered a staple of many diets, could actually be contributing to the growing number of cancer cases, especially in countries with high milk consumption. The rise of cancer in modern diets. In many cultures, traditional eating habits have changed dramatically in recent decades. In Korea, for example, diets once focused on brown rice and fermented foods have shifted toward an increased consumption of meat, fish, and dairy products. These changes have coincided with a significant rise in cancer rates. While brown rice and fermented foods like kimchi were once considered healthy, the modern shift toward processed foods and animal-based products is thought to be fueling the rise in cancer cases. To reduce the risk, it may be wise to minimize meat, fish, and dairy consumption. While it may be unrealistic to eliminate these foods entirely, reducing their intake can have a profound effect on cancer prevention. Instead, opt for brown rice over white rice, and try to limit the use of traditional seasonings that are high in salt. The dangers of Teflon cookware and plastic. Another hidden danger in our kitchens comes from the non-stick cookware we use every day. Teflon pans, while convenient, release harmful chemicals like PFOA when heated. PFOA is a persistent organic pollutant, POP, that has been linked to several serious health conditions, including lung cancer. These chemicals don't break down easily and accumulate in the environment, making them dangerous over time. Furthermore, many disposable cups and containers commonly used for takeout drinks contain chemicals that can leach into food and beverages, especially when exposed to hot liquids. Avoiding the use of disposable plastic cups or opting for iced drinks instead of hot beverages from disposable containers can reduce your exposure to these harmful substances. The legacy of harmful chemicals. The health risks associated with substances like DDT, PCBs, and dioxins are well documented. These chemicals, once commonly used as pesticides or in the manufacturing of plastics, are persistent in the environment and accumulate in the fat tissues of animals. They enter the food chain and pose a significant health risk. The long-lasting presence of these persistent organic pollutants, POPs, in our food supply can contribute to not only cancer but also other chronic conditions such as cardiovascular disease and rheumatoid arthritis. Simple changes for better health. Fortunately, there are simple dietary changes that can significantly reduce cancer risk. For example, switching from white rice to brown rice helps retain important vitamins, minerals, and fiber that promote overall health. Reducing the consumption of high-salt fermented foods like kimchi and traditional sauces can also lower cancer risk, as high salt intake is a known contributor to stomach cancer. Instead of grilling meat and fish, consider steaming or boiling them. These cooking methods can help preserve nutrients while reducing exposure to carcinogens produced by high-heat grilling. Additionally, focusing on vegetable side dishes and seaweed, which are rich in vitamins and minerals, can provide essential nutrients without the cancer risks associated with animal-based products. How to live longer and avoid cancer. The best preventive measures. Cancer rates are increasing at an alarming rate in our country, particularly among younger populations. This surge is largely due to poor lifestyle choices, including unhealthy eating habits, lack of exercise, and high levels of stress. Interestingly, the rate of cancer among younger people in our country has been rising more sharply than the global average. So, what can we do to lower our risk of cancer and improve our overall health? Why cancer rates are rising among the young. Typically, cancer becomes more common as people age. In most cases, cancer is linked to the aging process of cells, which gradually undergo transformations that can lead to malignancies. This is why cancer rates tend to increase after the age of 40, with the highest rates occurring in individuals over 60. However, in recent years, we have seen a worrying rise in cancer cases among people in their 30s and 40s, especially stomach cancer in men and thyroid and breast cancer in women. This increase is largely due to poor dietary habits, a lack of physical activity, stress, and environmental factors. The role of diet in cancer development. A significant factor in the rise of cancer among younger generations is the shift in dietary habits. In particular, the increased consumption of animal products, especially meat, fish, and milk, has played a key role. Milk proteins, for instance, have been shown to promote cancer cell growth, particularly in adolescents. Young people today are consuming large amounts of dairy products such as cheese and yogurt, which may unknowingly increase their cancer risk. It's crucial to be aware of the potential risks associated with these foods and exercise caution when consuming them. Understanding the challenges of chemotherapy. For those already diagnosed with cancer, chemotherapy is often the treatment of choice. However, chemotherapy comes with a range of side effects that make it difficult to endure. Common symptoms include fatigue, stomatitis, sores in the mouth, diarrhea, and constipation. During the first week after chemotherapy, the body's immunity is significantly compromised, as chemotherapy weakens white blood cell counts, making the body more vulnerable to infections. While these side effects usually fade with time, the initial period can be incredibly challenging. If white blood cell counts drop too low, patients may require bone marrow stimulating injections to help restore their immune function. Red blood cells and platelets may also decrease, but these issues are generally less concerning and can be treated as needed without significant side effects. The biggest contributors to cancer: genetics and environment. According to the World Bank, genetic factors contribute to only 5 to 10% of cancer cases, while environmental factors account for the remaining 90 to 95%. Among environmental factors, the leading causes of cancer are poor diet, 30 to 35%; smoking, 25 to 30%; infections, 15 to 20%; obesity, 10 to 20%. While these are the major causes, stress also plays a significant role. Although it's difficult to experimentally prove a direct link between stress and cancer, many clinicians believe that stress contributes to the development of cancer. Chronic stress can have a profound impact on the body, particularly on the immune system and metabolism. The body's production of cortisol, a stress hormone, can disrupt these systems, create free radicals, harmful molecules that can damage cells, and increase the risk of cancer. How to prevent cancer? Focus on stress and diet to lower your risk of cancer. The first and most important step is managing stress. Stress management can have a profound impact on both mental and physical health. Improving the body's ability to fight off illness and maintain a healthy metabolism. In addition to stress management, diet plays a crucial role in cancer prevention. A diet high in processed meats, fish, and dairy products should be avoided. Instead, focus on a plant-based diet that includes more vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, which are packed with nutrients that help protect against cancer. How to prevent diabetes, cancer, and live a longer life in today's world? The rise of chronic conditions such as diabetes and cancer is a growing concern. Many lifestyle factors contribute to these diseases, but there are specific steps you can take to reduce your risk and improve your health. The hidden dangers of processed foods. One of the key contributors to diseases like diabetes is the excessive consumption of processed foods and foods high in sugar. Many fruit products on the market, for example, are highly processed, stripping them of their natural fiber. This makes it easy for your body to absorb sugar quickly, causing a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. This quick surge is harmful to your health and is one of the main factors contributing to diabetes. To avoid this, it's important to reduce sugar intake and consume more whole foods, including fresh fruits and vegetables. The importance of quitting smoking and managing obesity. Another important lifestyle change to make is quitting smoking, as tobacco is a major risk factor for many cancers. Similarly, managing obesity is crucial for reducing your risk of developing chronic diseases. Maintaining a healthy weight through balanced eating and exercise can go a long way in preventing both cancer and diabetes. Be mindful of alcohol consumption. Regardless of the type of alcohol, it's important to moderate your intake. Whether it's soju, macchiato, or wine, it's best to limit yourself to no more than 1 glass per serving. Regular excessive alcohol consumption is a known risk factor for several types of cancer. Radiation exposure and cancer screenings. Cancer screenings are vital for early detection, but not all tests are equally safe. Radiation exposure during certain exams, such as CT scans and mammograms, can accumulate over time, increasing your risk of developing cancer. If possible, consider replacing mammograms with MRI or ultrasound screenings, which do not expose you to harmful radiation. Similarly, low-dose CT scans are recommended for individuals with a history of heavy smoking to help detect lung cancer early, while minimizing radiation exposure. The power of diet and cancer prevention. A balanced diet rich in vegetarian foods can significantly reduce your risk of cancer. Following these dietary guidelines can help prevent not only cancer but also diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes, which are common among those with unhealthy lifestyles. The importance of eating a variety of foods and including more plant-based options cannot be overstated. The role of a positive attitude. Aside from physical health, a positive mindset plays a critical role in preventing and even overcoming cancer. Many studies suggest that people who maintain an optimistic, proactive attitude toward life tend to experience better health outcomes. Embracing an active approach to life, focusing on mental well-being, and staying positive can be powerful tools in preventing illness. The secret to longevity. Reducing calories. One key to health and longevity is not necessarily about eating less, but about reducing calorie intake. Research has shown that cutting your calorie consumption by about 40% from what you typically eat can lead to healthier aging and a longer life. It's not about feeling hungry, but about giving your body the nutrients it needs while avoiding excess. How to effectively reduce calories and stay healthy. If you're looking to cut your daily calorie intake by 40%, it might sound complicated at first, but there's a simpler approach. Instead of calculating exact amounts, try skipping 1 meal a day. This alone can reduce your intake by about 33%. By cutting out a few snacks, you can easily achieve a 40% reduction in calories. The key is to focus on intermittent fasting. Many of you are likely familiar with this concept. Intermittent fasting involves increasing your fasting periods as much as possible. For example, if you skip lunch, the time between breakfast and dinner isn't long enough to achieve significant benefits. However, skipping breakfast or dinner gives you a fasting window of around 16 to 18 hours. This approach can be done every day, and by incorporating intermittent fasting, you're naturally reducing your calorie intake, improving your health, and potentially extending your life. A holistic approach to cancer treatment. For those currently battling cancer, one crucial piece of advice I want to share is that modern treatment is absolutely necessary. Treatments like surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy are among the most effective options for cancer patients worldwide. These standard treatments are essential, and there is no substitute for them. However, the side effects of these treatments can be quite severe, and many people understandably become frightened or discouraged by them. Some even abandon treatment altogether due to the side effects. But there's a solution. integrated cancer treatment has been shown to significantly reduce the harsh side effects of conventional treatments. If we rate the side effects of traditional cancer treatments as a 10, integrated treatment can lower them to a 1 or 2. The power of integrated treatment: by combining traditional treatments with complementary therapies, you can experience reduced side effects and enhanced overall recovery. Even if you're told there are no more treatment options available in modern medicine and that hospice care is the next step, I strongly recommend integrated cancer treatment. This holistic approach has the potential to extend life and, in many cases, offer a chance at recovery for patients who may otherwise be out of options. When it comes to your health, whether you're trying to reduce calories or battle cancer, it's important to take a comprehensive approach. Intermittent fasting can be a simple yet powerful way to improve your health by reducing calorie intake, while integrated cancer treatment can offer better outcomes with fewer side effects. Remember, there is always hope, and there are always options. Whether you're focused on your diet or tackling a serious illness, making thoughtful, informed decisions about your health can lead to significant improvements in both your longevity and quality of life.